There have been many tyrannosauroid dinosaurs found in the northernmost portions of North America, like Enochosaurus and Gorgosaurus. However, the largest and bulkiest of these animals is definitely Daspletosaurus. Its name means frightful lizard, and lived during the Campanian stage of the Cretaceous period, approximately 77 to 74 million years ago. Daspletosaurus is superficially similar to most advanced tyrannosaurs, but definitely showcases enough differences to make it its own genus and species, and also shows characteristics of a terrifying predator. The first fossil material of this animal were uncovered in 1921 near the town of Steveville, Alberta, by Charles Mortram Sternberg. The material he found consisted of the skull, shoulder, a forelimb, pelvis, a femur, and all of the vertebrae from the neck, torso, and hip, and the first 11 tail vertebrae. Sternberg falsely identified his discovery as a member of the genus Gorgosaurus. However, the animal became identified as a separate genus by paleontologist Dale Russell in 1970, Daspletosaurus torosus. Russell named the species torosus, which means brawny, due to the animal's advanced bulkiness, generally seen only in later tyrannosaurs. Many fossils of this animal have since been found. A specimen found by famed paleontologist Barnum Brown in 1913, and many other specimens, are from the Dinosaur Provincial Park Formation in Canada. One of the most interesting Daspletosaurus fossils, and also the most recent, found in 2001, consists of a partial skeleton and shows preservation of a juvenile hadrosaur within its chest cavity. This gives scientists a big clue as to what Daspletosaurus was eating. The oldest specimens of Daspletosaurus have been measured at 26 to 30 feet long and could have weighed as much as 2.5 tons. Its skull could reach lengths of more than 3 feet and would have held many sharp teeth in life, many of which are D-shaped in cross-section. It would have used these teeth to deadly efficiency, preying on animals like hadrosaurs and ceratopsians. Another characteristic unique to this genus is the size of the arms. Proportionally, the arms of Daspletosaurus are far longer than most of the more advanced tyrannosaurs, like Tyrannosaurus and Tarbosaurus. This shows evidence of the reduction of arm size as this group of animals evolved. If it were not for the extinction of the dinosaurs, the arms of Tyrannosaurus would likely have continued on this path of reduction, similar to Abelisaurs, until potential loss of the forelimbs altogether. Fossils of Daspletosaurus have been uncovered in the Canadian Oldman and Dinosaur Park formations, as well as the Two Medicine Formation of Montana. The environment in which the animal would have lived would have also housed many other animals, including Gorgosaurus, Brachylophosaurus, Coronosaurus, Sauronophilastes, and a few more. Daspletosaurus would have lived at the same time and generally place as the smaller and more gracile predator, Gorgosaurus. This presents a problem. How can two top predators share the same niche in the same space and time? The shorter answer is they cannot. The bodies of these two predators are shaped rather differently. Gorgosaurus was slim and a gracile with a slender skull, weaker than Daspletosaurus, and Daspletosaurus had a large, bulky skull like Tyrannosaurus, with a body to match the proportions. The prevailing theory states that these two theropods would likely have preyed upon different animals and lived in two separate regions, solving the niche problem. Fossils of Daspletosaurus are much rarer in the places in which Gorgosaurus fossils are more common. As has been previously illuminated, there is a fossil of Daspletosaurus that has preserved the remains of the animal's last meal, in this case a young hadrosaur. This would seem to contradict the theory of niche differentiation. Gorgosaurus hunted faster, less armored prey, and Daspletosaurus hunted bigger, slower, more armored prey. This issue has yet to be settled, and more research is needed on the subject for further conclusions to be found. Daspletosaurus, as previously stated, shows more characteristics of later bulkier tyrannosaurs than the more primitive forms. It has been placed cladistically as being more advanced than the Albertosaurini subgroup, Albertosaurus and Gorgosaurus, and more primitive than the rest of the group, Teratophonius, Tyrannosaurus, etc., which just goes to show Tyrannosauridae was a very diverse group of animals.